to excite the taste buds. Pickles, garlic, and ooey gooey mozzarella cheese, and they are having their moment on pizza.
Well, let's talk about this because Tim Touhy of Kansas City Can & Co. is here with Pickled Pizza, and this is something that you actually made up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I was between my bi-weekly Costco trips, and so I didn't have all that much in the pantry, outside of a couple jars that we had used for samples and some flour. So I figured, what can I do with this? And what I landed on was a pickle pizza.
Well, this looks absolutely amazing. I've kind of gotten a couple glance at some of the pictures out there. And you know, you have me rolling with that bi-weekly Costco trip because I think everyone can relate to that. You got to fill up.
Absolutely. You go every 2 weeks. It's very efficient. You get everything that you need, done and done.
Okay, so.
Did you want to try to stretch this out a little bit? So you just want to keep it moving at all times so it doesn't get stuck to the board. And that's it.
Just kind of flattening it out there.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about this. What kind of flour did you use?
So I used a type 00. And what that is a more traditional type of flour. That's beautiful, thank you.
Okay.
It's a more traditional type of flour for making pizza in Italy. It doesn't have as much gluten as a AP flour, an all-purpose flour, or a bread flour. And so what ends up happening is that the crust, once you're finished with it, is much more tender.
Okay, and I bet a lot of people would love this because some people may not have that gluten allergy, but maybe are just irritated by it. That would probably cut down on that.
It upsets their tum-tums.
Okay, so you also started with a paste there. You know, what is that?
So that was our black garlic paste. And black garlic paste is a fermented bulb of garlic that we then peel and grind up into a paste. And it has this super umami flavor. If you think about like soy sauce, which is going to be a little bit on the salty side, the black garlic paste has that same effect, but it's just straight garlic to the face, and it's lovely.
Okay, and is there anything else that you could use it on besides this pizza?
Absolutely. So what I like to do, if I'm home, I'll cut it with some mayonnaise and use it to make an aioli on a sandwich.
Aiolis are bombs.
Oh, right?
So good.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, and just so what we're doing here, when you make the pizza, you don't want to over top the pizza. Right? What ends up happening is it gets soggy, falls apart. You want to have every bite to be crunchy on the bottom. And so that's just about right. We don't want to do anything much more than that.
Okay,
Just some extra Parmesan.
A little bit of cheese there.
Because that mozzarella is going to release a lot of moisture as well. And then we're just going to finish it off with some of our pickled green tomatoes.
So we were talking about green tomatoes, right? First off, what's the difference between a green and red tomato?
So the green tomatoes, when people talk about fried green tomatoes, they're talking about just unripe tomatoes, which is what we have here. And they're not as tender, so they're a little bit more easy to cook with. Although there are some types of heirloom tomatoes that, even when they are ripe, they're still green.
And why do you pick the green tomatoes for this recipe?
So what I like to say is that I'm happy with all of my products, and the green tomatoes we kind of did on a whim, and they just have a lot of flavor to them. When I say I'm happy with everything else, I'm proud of my green tomatoes.
Ooh. We like that pride there.
And so now that everything's put together, you're just gonna, what I would do if I were at home is I would throw this on the grill.
Okay.
It's, especially with the summertime coming up, you don't want to turn the oven on if you don't have to. And if you're able to, then you can heat up the grill nice like, and
well, that
your
looks
pizza
beautiful.
Comes out looking lovely.
Oh my gosh, that looks like everything. We're gonna have to cut that up and like kind of be eating some in between the commercial breaks.
Done and done.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for coming on here and showing us what exactly to do if our fridge is out of, all the ingredients we need to make dinner.
Perfect.
Bill?